Hey guys, Clumsy here, and welcome back to Bus Simulator 18. It's a day before the official release. I'm super hyped. The bug fixes should come in, the full features should come out, and we shall experience the full game. And most of all, you will be able to get your own copies as of tomorrow by the time this video releases. Actually, I think when this video releases, it will be like 6 hours before official release. So I'm really hyped for that. So yeah, and we'll be streaming it during the release as well, so you can all see the full features. I'm really hoping for a good reception on this game. Anyway, I've been staying tuned. I'm part of the Discord server of the official game. And a lot of discussions have been happening. Looks like a lot of modding is happening already. You can already see some buses in the Steam Workshop, and that's even without the public release just yet. Only the beta testers and the content creators. Yeah. So how much more when it's officially released? Really looking forward to that one. Anyway, so I'll share some more of those updates and some more of those rumors. Not really rumors, but tidbits. Yeah, news that I've been able to gather in the Discord. And we'll do a trip today. We'll finish this mission. I think we only need to do this route, drive it, and then we already have these two covered, so we should be good there. How much do we have? 62k. Okay, that's no problem. So let's make a route. So in the previous episode, we made this pink line here connecting the industrial park, the business park, with the two towns here. I think someone called it as suburban, this place, rather than country. Not really sure, but maybe. Alright, so and now what we need to do is to connect the outskirts of the city. So this is like Old Town, this is the main city, and this is like the outskirts, so Schober Grounds, I think is how you call that. We connect that with Sigvalden Lido and connect that to the spokes here in the business park. So how can we go there? I guess we can we can add a little bit twist to it. We can maybe start. How many stops can we have? Maximum 7 stops. Okay, the more stops the better. So let's maximize that. Let's how do we do this? Let's go and start from here. Turn there, turn right here. We'll have to skip that though. That should be fine. Pass through here, which is a requirement, that second item there, Sigvalden Lido. And then instead of just going straight through, let's go and cross there. Actually, South Spoke needs to be inverted like so. Yeah, that one. I think I like that better. So we enter the city, enter the park, we turn right and then go through, and then that way we have more coverage all throughout. Yeah, I think that works. 7 stops maximum, we have 6, that should be more than enough. Good. And drive the route. Alright. Now we don't really need any round trip or anything here, so let's just do it the default way, the base route. No looping, no round trip, and let's go for random. Yeah, I'm feeling adventurous today. Let's go random. Let's see what we end up with. Oh, I would do love to drive with etc., but it just won't work. That should be fixed though by the official release, so in time for you guys to play with the buses. Let's go with the MAN. Let's go with the man bus, Lion City A37. This is my favorite so far, I think. Right, lock that, and we'll go with a semi-hybrid approach today. So I'm speaking all throughout now, but as we drive, I'll try to lessen that and let you focus on the immersion, the sound effects, and all the other stuff. And let me also remove the music so you guys can focus on the bus sounds. There we go. Let's open the windows just a tad. That way should be good. What kind of weather is this? Dawn? Or dusk, I don't know. Something like that. Close the door. start the engine. And let's zoom in a bit. Turn that off, but turn on the ticketing and the passenger lights. Also turn on those headlights. That's what we need. Parking brake. Release that and we should be good to go. Right? Yeah, alright. Okay. I hope that's not buggy. Okay, that's not buggy. Alright. So, yeah, and this is what I'm going to mainly share. This bit of trivia. This bit of... I really found this interesting. So you know how, like, almost all the YouTubers, almost everyone who was who had their copies on the game pre-release, made videos, had one main complaint: the braking. The braking sucks big time, right? It's either like 1 or 0, either braking full or not braking at all. And everyone was complaining about it, and the bug reports were just littered with that bug. And it is a known issue from the developers, right? That's good. What's interesting is how they fixed it and what the main issue was. So someone from the developer team shared a bit more details on it. It's actually quite interesting because when they were looking into the issue, no one actually knew. No one could understand why the issue was happening. Like, I think during the closed beta, before it was released to the YouTubers and the other content creators, I think it was fine. And then with the latest release, it just got like super weird and very buggy. So they were spending hours and hours on debugging the code. Whoa. Okay. Seems like some people are in a bit of a rush. And I think this is the first time we're starting off in this garage, right? Yeah, so it's I forgot to highlight that. It's good that you can actually start in a different garage. The game will determine where you're closest to, and you can start from there. You can always do a quick start, so you're like right next to the first bus stop, but this is more immersive, right? Starting in the garage, unlocking the door, entering, and setting up and everything. As you can see though, the buildings are super realistic. Lots of traffic on the road, and the frame rate not too shabby. The plates are a bit too reflective though for my taste. Anyway, so they were debugging, and finally they found the issue. Apparently, someone was doing like someone was testing with the brakes, so like doing a debugging, one of the developers, and they put in a piece of code, a few lines of code, which just basically sets the brake to like a full brake, regardless of the level of braking that you're doing. Like, no matter how hard or how soft you're stepping on brakes, it will always register as a full step, like 1.0, 100% braking. And of course, realistically, no one needs that, no one wants that, but from a debugging point of view, I would guess that that developer was probably checking some braking physics or some behavior, some reaction when it comes to something braking, maybe the passenger behavior or something like that. I don't know, I can only assume, but they needed it, so they put that there, but they forgot to put it out. They forgot to remove it. And so in the pre-release version, whenever someone brakes, it's a full brake. Yeah, it's a 1 or 0 thing. So that's good to hear actually, because once they found it, they just had to remove those, like, I don't know how many lines, maybe 2 lines of code. Is this a random accident? It does seem like it. So they only have to remove those pieces of code, those lines of code, maybe 2 or 3 lines, very little I guess, and braking should be good now. So that fix should be part of the main release. I have no doubt about it. Oh, this is getting tight. Parking left and right. Looks like a very European town, huh? Very European city. Also, I'm not sure if I was able to share already, but I was asking about that. I gave your feedback to the developers on how on the voiceover. I know a lot of people are complaining about the voiceover. Oh, and this lens flare. I tried to remove that already. I think I have to apply this the settings every time. Yeah, see the lens flare is much less now. There's still a little, but not anymore so much. So yeah, I gave the developers their feedback about the voiceover, because yeah, this looks like a very European town, like, right? And many people were assuming that it's like Germany. It's pretty close to German architecture, German design. And the developer said it's actually not. It's more than German. It's like European for sure, but a bit of mix between the different countries. But yeah, I guess we could all assume it's German from that point of view. European, to be safe. But yeah, they did say that... so it's European, but the voices, when we get the passengers and everyone else, everyone speaks in a purely American accent. And some people were hating on that because it's like totally loss of immersion. You know, you're in a European city and everyone's talking like US folks. So completely mismatching. And even though it's a fictional city, I don't think this is based on a real city. What's happening with my indicators? Yeah, it's still, people still want to hear European voices, so German voices in particular, just like OMCI, I guess. So they said that, yeah, voiceovers, they said that that's a good idea, that there are actually German voiceovers already. So I think if you set the language to German instead of English, then you will get German voiceovers. The only thing is, everything else will be in German. So what they need to add, and I think that's what they agreed on, at least they agreed it's a nice idea. They didn't really specifically agree that it's something that they will implement. They said that that it's a good idea to add German voiceovers, but with English subtitles. Yeah, that would be nice. You guys good? Oops, sorry. Okay, no one left here, right? Let's take a shot of that. Why not? Yeah, early morning drive. Very scenic.
Next stop, Workers Alley.
Workers Alley is in here. We are still in Schober Grounds. Really now? Really? You're doing this now? Let's move to the side of it. Where are you? Bro!
Oh, I'm sorry.
Good. And he was right next to me. Although what's interesting is he had headphones on, and it's like, it was still like super noisy. So how strong was his music? How loud was his music in his ears? Deafening levels.
Oh, we'll get to my stop soon. Nature's calling.
I'm really super excited when this game releases. I'm seeing a lot of activity in the modding section of the Discord server. And man, I think many people are like veteran modders. I'm not really familiar with the modding community. I'm not sure which game they're coming from. If they're from OMCI or somewhere else, but it looks like they are veterans. They have like some models already in there. They were sharing some very nicely modeled buses, like MAN.
What do you think about heading to the beach tomorrow?
Solaris.
That sounds like a nice idea.
And everything else.
See if I still fit into my swimsuit.
But yeah, it's a very promising modding community. Looks like everyone will be active, and it's because it's Unreal Engine. A lot of people are actually familiar with how the modding works already, because a lot of famous games work around in the same engine. So they already know how to model, they know how to import. And actually, as I'm reading through the modding, I think the people are actually familiar as well with the different parameters. So it's such a quick turn of events, so to speak. Because I didn't expect that quick. I mean, it's not even publicly released yet, and people are modding for it already. They're preparing their 3D models of the buses, so maybe ready for import.
I forgot to get something for dinner.
It's amazing.
Well, pizza it is.
Let stop here. Make sure not to hit anybody. Oh, not perfect. That's fine.
See you.
Okay, but yeah.
I'll never
So,
go on foot again.
updates,
It's so much fun.
bug fixes seem to be all set up for release day. The modding community seems to be super hyped. Some people even said like there was an E3 event recently, right, with all the cool announcements, Fallout, Elder Scrolls and everything, and all the other new games. And some people said like, to heck with E3, just give us Bus Simulator. I like that. That's how much people like this game and looking forward to it.
Darn it, I forgot to lock the front door.
So yeah, you can pre-order your copies. And last time someone mentioned in the comments that over at gamesplanet.com there was like a 20% discount if you pre-order now. I'm not sure if it's still there, but it might be worth a look if you're interested in the game. Yeah, that's just a public service announcement. I have no commission from there. I don't earn any additional income from there, but if it gets you a discount and if it's completely legal, why not, right? More than happy to share. And this guy is stopping because some guy just decided to cross over at the worst possible moment and just taking his time. There
Hey,
he
did
is.
you see the latest episode of Winter of Passion? Yes. Of course, I would never have thought Hans would do it.
Wow, gossip. The dialogue can get a bit repetitive at times, especially once you've been driving for hours and hours on end. I think people will be requesting for an option to disable that, because right now the only thing I can see is you can disable the dialogue, and you can disable the sounds of the dialogue, but they will still be speaking. Now you don't really want to do that permanently, because sometimes they do give out like useful information, like when they're complaining when there are no lights, when they're giving a hint that someone is blocking the door, things like that. So there are gameplay relevant hints with the dialogue, and there are just fillers. So yeah, I hope there's a way to remove the fillers. But yeah, let's hope that the developers remain as active as they are once the game is out. I think they will be, because I think their game so far has been so positively
You're coming to the party at the old
received,
sawmill, right?
and I think that they will really earn a lot from this game. So I'm hoping that they support it as much, and people will for sure enjoy that kind of support. Please don't cross the street. Thank you. Bro, these guys are super scary. These drivers are a bit on the reckless side. I really find it strange that the wind turbines aren't moving at all. But maybe that does happen sometimes. When there's no wind, maybe. That would make sense. Oh, look at the train. Trains everywhere. Oh, I was hoping I could take a picture. And also, if I would suggest something, as always, it would be photo mode. Something like an ETS2. Something like for trucking. Because
Are you going to the old sawmill this Friday?
with such beautiful
Sorry, I need
visuals,
to work on Saturday.
it's such a waste to not have a photo mode. And be able to pause the game, pose, get that perfect angle, and get that perfect shot. Yeah, it's such a shame that
Expect the theories to be
that's not
true,
implemented, but I hope
Christina is an
they do implement
amputee.
something similar. Maybe even just pausing the game. Doesn't have to be a full-fledged photo mode. They can just pause the game, so you can go to third person and angle your shot properly, take a screenshot, and unpause it. Maybe there is something already, I don't know. Have you seen anyone else over at YouTube or Twitch or anywhere else do something similar to that? Let me know, okay? Maybe it is in the game already. How to pause it without going to the main menu. Like, pause it here.
Oh, that burrito was a terrible mistake. Thanks for being so punctual.
Aha, perfection,
I need to take
everything. Timing and positioning. Day senior ticket.
thank you.
In other news, other gaming news, and I just realized it's such a nice... door seems to be blocked. Oh, come on, bro. Thank you. Oh, sis. Good? We're good now? Alright. Go with this head. While we're waiting, might be worth to take a shot. Not bad. Thank you for waiting for me. These guys are super nice. Nice. And this is, we're coming to my favorite part of the map. I think I told this already last episode. Oh, that's bad. The lady didn't remember how she ended up in the bus. Good one. Well, good luck with that. Astra Park.
Winter of Passion is such a great series. Do you think Hunts will ever come back?
Someone already said that a while ago, right? Also, from the discussions in the Discord server, there seem to be some like hardcore fans of the game that they're actually exploring the map. So they're doing a bit of free roam. Free roam isn't officially part of the game yet, but you can work around it. The most free roam you can get is after the job. You have to go back to the garage, right? During that time, you can actually go wherever you want. So that's as free roam as it can get. Finish your job and then you can free roam. But yeah, that's basically how they do it. And it seems like there are a lot of Easter eggs in the game, like the side roads, funny references to real brands or something like that. So there is a lot. There are a lot of secrets buried in the map itself. It's quite interesting. Oh, look at that. Actually didn't move. How nice. It's also quite interesting to notice that the AI seems to have different behavior depending on the type of intersection. Like, the general behavior I notice is they actually, like, when an AI vehicle is turning right, it almost never stops. Right? It almost never gives way for you.
I'll never go on foot again. Taking
Except,
the bus is just so much fun.
Thank you for that feedback. So the turning right vehicles almost never give way. They only stop if you're already in front of them. So you have to inch your way through and let the buses let them pass until you can actually move forward without hitting them, and then they'll stop when you're right in front of them already. But sometimes they aren't. It's quite interesting. Sometimes, oops, my bad. I think it's a bit too much. Oh, it's just fine. Sometimes it's
garbage along the roadside. Why can't
what?
people manage
Garbage.
their own trash?
And I'm betting there will be some garbage left inside the bus itself. It always happens. Like a Starbucks cup gets left behind. Man, look at that. Beautiful graphics, yeah? Beautiful lighting.
Last night at the old sawmill, they brought the house down.
These guys are pretty chatty today. Is it just me, or is everyone in a talkative mood, especially me? I know I told you guys I'll leave immersion. I'll keep quiet for the immersion and
Are you
everything.
going to the old sawmill this Friday?
I just
no,
realized
sorry. I need to work on Saturday.
that didn't happen at all. Rip. So yeah, looks like this will be quite a short episode. So you won't have to go around. And that's fine. I guess some short teaser video a few hours before official release. I think that's just the perfect teaser. And then by the time you watch this, it'll be super ready. And after a few hours, you'll be able to buy the game yourself, and you'll be able to play it yourself.
See ya.
When you, for the people who are planning to buy it, and for the people who are able to play already, when you get your copies and when you play. Oh, where did I go out? Okay, since we're out anyway, let's go and check the tickets. Let me know in the comments how the game is for you. If it was buggy, if it was good, if it's as good as you were expecting, if you got let down or something. Let me know, okay? Once you start playing, I would be interested to know. And I'm very, very hyped for what changes, what bug fixes they will be able to implement, because we saw a lot of bugs. People have seen a lot of bugs, people have been reporting them all throughout, and most of them are known. But I'm not sure if the developers will have enough time to fix everything, or almost everything, at least all the major issues. I'm not sure, but I'm really looking forward to them. The main fixes I'm looking forward to are the brakes, for sure. So I can finally use my brakes properly, because right now I'm using the retarder just to brake. It's a bit of a workaround, but it works. It gives out a smooth braking. So that's the main thing I want fixed. And second is the buses. Right now we have a very limited set of buses we can use, because almost all the buses are bugged in one way or another. The only like perfect bus is the first Citaro. The Citaro K, I think, the one you start with. Even this MAN has a bug. That passenger mirror up top is inverted, but yeah, that's the smoothest one. The others don't even have like side mirrors and everything, right? Okay, no trash. Wow. Wow, that's a first. Good, okay. And also, I was playing OMCI because people have been commenting. Of course, this will get compared to OMCI, right? And people have been commenting about that. Like, oh, OMCI is still better. OMCI is still nice. OMCI is still... This looks better than OMCI. Things like that. Do you like this or OMCI? All the comparisons. And I wanted to give it a shot. I wanted to record the video to give it a fair chance, you know? Like OMCI versus Bus Simulator 18. But I ended up not finishing my recording for OMCI because it bugged out. It always bugs out on me. Like, I almost never get a stable trip on it anymore. But definitely there are some points that I would like to see in this game that are in OMCI. One thing would be like the sounds could get an overhaul in this game. Like, there are a lot of sounds already. Ooh, accident. Oh, that's a random event. Like, this game could be... The sounds in this game are so nice already, but it could still be better. I think if you tone it up a bit, if you boost up the sounds a bit, make them more apparent. I'm looking for a nice angle. This might work. It's a bit too... POV is a bit weird. But yeah, the sounds could do a bit of work. If you compare the sounds with OMCI, OMCI still has a lot fuller sound effects. And the mini jingles, crankles of the interior. You know how the hinges are loose and the doors are creaking. You know, things like that. And the steps that the people are taking inside the bus, you can hear them pretty well. So the sounds are really awesome in OMCI, and I think this game is a huge improvement. Bus Sim 18 is a huge improvement versus Bus Sim 16, but it could still take a pointer or two out of the OMCI sounds. Yeah. Also, the small thing I like about OMCI that I noticed is when people enter, so people would ride the bus and enter from, let's say from in front or from even from the back, they actually, so you saw those ticketing things, right? The orange spots. Let me show you. Let me show you once we enter. So the ticketing spots here in the game, but they don't actually get used. In OMCI, people are actually going to them and slotting in their tickets, and you can hear the tickets getting stamped or so, or how do you say, processed, where the machine puts holes in the tickets to mark them as used. Yeah, so you can really hear that, and it's such a nice add-on. And I wish this game would add that too. I guess it would be pretty simple, because the people are walking inside the bus already. They're already going to their seats. Anyway, let me show you. Let's just set this up. I did set the parking brake already. Close the windows. Close the lights. We are good. We are, let's go to neutral and turn off the bus. Good. Open the door. This is what I was talking about, these things. This is where you slot your ticket into. In OMCI, people actually go here and they like feed their tickets in here, and you can hear the sound of the punching hole. It's very immersive. Yeah, so I wish those kinds of details would be added, but those are like just icing on the cake, because the game itself is so good already. It will just be made even better. Look at that, no deductions for a change. Nice. We still earned a lot more in the last trip though, because I think that was a round trip. Yeah, so we earned like, how much did we earn there? Player income's 28, now it's only 16. Oh yeah, definitely. And then it's a fixed 19k from the other driver and 15k from the other one. That's fine, that's fine, great. So we're good, right? Yes, everything is good. We got 60k addition, so we have 160k now. It's perfect, and the next mission should appear shortly. I'm not really sure when it gets triggered, but let's turn on the music again.
Excellent work.
There we go.
I knew you could pull it off. I'm happy to hand you the keys to the agricultural and industrial areas.
Farming.
Metaphorically speaking, of course. We haven't done real keys in a very long time. No matter. We're really looking forward to your plans to incorporate these two traffic-dense areas into your network.
If you manage to pull this off, the city is willing to reopen up the southern areas and Steineck for public transport. Some friends of mine are planning to marry at the chapel there. Maybe we'll get this up and running in time for the wedding guests to use public transport.
Steineck is this one.
Oh, and before I forget, they also promised a juicy government subsidy as an incentive.
Nice. So if we finish this part, we'll get 75,000 euros and we'll get ads as well. Ooh, that's nice. Ads will be unlocked. Aren't ads unlocked already? Let me see. We do have one already. I can actually switch to that. That will give me more revenue. But these buses just look cooler. We'll keep that for now. Yeah. So next episode, hopefully, will be the full release already, and we'll get the bug fixes and we can drive with different buses then. That would be perfect. We'll buy an Iveco with a CNG bus. I think you told me that's compressed natural gas, right? Different fuel and everything. Yeah, so this area has been locked. We have some conditions on which routes to take. I like that approach. You know, it's a bit like open-ended in a way that you can plan the route yourself, but it's still guided. So it's like career mode with a bit more freedom. I like that twist. Anyway, thank you for watching, guys. We'll leave it there for now. I'm really looking forward to the release. The next video should be good. Maybe we'll go with the Cetra then, because I haven't really driven with the Cetra yet because it was buggy before. So really looking forward to that one. Anyway, thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed that one, that short and quick video. Let me know what you think. And if you did like the video, please don't forget to hit the thumbs up, hit the like button, and subscribe if you haven't already. And please share with your friends and comment. Looking forward to that. And I now have a Patreon page, by the way. If you want to take a look If you want to hear my struggles and successes and joys in the YouTube and Twitch community, in the world of YouTube and Twitch, go and check out the Patreon link at the video description, way down below. Right? Anyway, thanks for watching. Have a nice day. Catch you in the next one. And bye-bye.